done the fertility hormonal test, fertility hormonal test, and it is showing that your FSH is high, your LH is also high, and you are asking yourself, why is this so? Ogenze mu ddwaliro okoze test eya fertility, bagambye nti FSH eri waggulu ne LH eri wansi. Oli kwebuuza buzibu ki, kulwaki FSH eri waggulu ne LH kulwaki eri waggulu? In this video lesson, I'm going to answer this question. Stay on the video up to the end and you are going to understand why your results are showing that your FSH is high. Beera ku video paka wegenda okugwako ojja kuba otegeera kulwaki FSH eri waggulu. In the brain of a woman, there's a small part known as the hypothalamus. This part produces or it sends messages to another part known as the pituitary gland. Mu bwongo bw'omukyala mulimu akatundu bakayita ka hypothalamus ke kafulumya hormone gye bayise GnRH. Hormone eno yegenda mu kana katundu ke bayise the pituitary gland, then nefulumya FSH ne LH. Now, when these two hormones have been produced, specifically they go or they travel to your eggs as a woman, and then they cause the eggs to grow. The same hormones can travel to the man's testes, and then they will be able to bring about the whole process of sperm production. Meaning that if the brain is not producing sufficient levels of FSH and LH hormone, then it means your eggs will not grow as they're supposed to grow. When the brain is not releasing sufficient levels of FSH and LH in the man, then the process of sperm production will be affected. Mu bwongo bw'omukyala wabanga abadde ayinamuko ku buzibu nti FSH hormone ne LH hormone teziri kufuluma mu normal levels nga zirina okubeera, then omukyala oyo ayinza okufuna obuzibu obw'amagi okuba nga tegakula bulungi. Because you know very well that the eggs of a woman, okay, they're supposed to grow from the first stage. When they are so small, we call this the primary stage. Then they will be able to move on within 7 days, they will grow to the secondary phase. And then lastly, after 7 days still, there's going to be one egg that will be released. We call this the dominant egg or the dominant follicle. Now, FSH comes in at this stage here. It makes these eggs to grow from this stage to this stage. And then, of course, LH also comes in at this stage. Then it makes these eggs to grow from here. It picks on one egg, which is known as the dominant follicle or the leading follicle. This is the egg that gets fertilized to become a baby. So, mu system y'omukyala amagi ge galina okuba nga gakula okuva ku eno stage paka ku eno stage. Then ne wayitawo ennaku endala 7 mujja kuvaamu egirimu lino lye tuyise the dominant follicle lirigenda okuba nga livaayo lisobole okuba nga lifuuka omwana. Kati the challenge etera okubeerawo eri nti mweno test mukwano gwaffe yakoze bamugambye nti FSH eri waggulu ne LH eri waggulu. FSH eri waggulu ne LH hormone biri waggulu. Kiba kitegeeza obwongo buli kuweereza, obwongo ojjukira hypothalamus buli kufulumya hormone gye bayise GnRH eri kuyiika ng'egenda mu kana katundu ke bayise the pituitary gland. And then pituitary gland naye eri kufulumya FSH ne LH naye nga biri kujja nga bingi nnyo. Kiba kitegeeza bweba nga bingi nnyo, kiba kitegeeza obwongo buli kuweereza FSH ne LH buyambeko okulaba nga amagi gakula naye amagi tegali kukula. FSH webeera waggulu ne LH webeera waggulu kiba kitegeeza amagi tegali kukula bulungi. What I'm trying to say is this: when your FSH is high and LH is high, it simply means that your brain, that part known as the hypothalamus, it is sending gonadotropin releasing hormone, it is sending GnRH hormone to your pituitary gland. But the pituitary gland is sending FSH and LH, telling these two hormones that you go and tell the eggs to grow, but the eggs are not responding to the effects of FSH and LH. What will the brain do? The hypothalamus, what will it do? It will send more GnRH. It will increase the volume, or it will increase the levels of GnRH. Increased levels of GnRH will lead to increased activity on the pituitary gland, leading to increased FSH. So your FSH is high and your LH is high simply because the pituitary gland, your brain is sending FSH, but since the eggs are not responding, the brain is again doubling, or it's tripling the effects of FSH and LH, thereby leading to the high FSH and high LH. So in summary, if you ask me to summarize this in one sentence, your FSH is high and your LH is high simply because the eggs are not responding. The eggs are of poor quality. The eggs are not growing well. And in most cases, your doctor could opt or could decide to do other tests to really confirm the quality of your eggs and also to confirm the number of follicles you are having. We call this the follicular count test. Okay, I mean it's a scan, follicular count ultrasound scan. It is normally done on the 11th day or the 12th day or the 14th day. It's basically done during ovulation. That's when the eggs are actually at this stage. Okay, so in this video I've been talking about why your FSH is high and why your LH is high. But remember, there are many changes that could take place. Okay, and though I've talked about FSH and LH, but there could be other changes taking place, like maybe FSH could be high, LH could be high, but again the thyroid hormones, there's a small part in the body, in your neck, it's called the thyroid gland. So it could also be having issues, thyroid gland. You could realize that maybe the thyroid gland is also releasing lots of maybe T3 and then lots of T4. In some cases or in some scenarios, you could realize that you've done the fertility hormonal test and they've talked about T3 is also high and T4 is also maybe high or it's low. I'll talk about this in the next video, but in today's video, I've been talking about FSH and LH. I do videos about fertility. I do create awareness about fertility hormonal tests. And if you are asking yourself why you are not getting pregnant, they've done the tests, but you are not understanding your tests, and you would like me to explain these tests for you one-on-one, explain them in a simple way so that you can understand them, you can always message me on my WhatsApp. My WhatsApp numbers are two. There's 10787. If you are in Uganda, 0787 668 962, and if you are outside Uganda, you add our code. Our country code is 256 plus 256 and then 787 668 962. There's also plus 256 701 79 78 and 76. Those are my numbers. You can send me a message on WhatsApp and then I'll be able to dig deeper in regards to your fertility hormones. I'll be able to explain your hormonal tests for you so that you can understand them better. And then, of course, understanding your hormones better means that you'll understand your fertility journey much more better. I can complement on your journey. So, I was talking about FSH and LH, and if you have any questions in regards to what I've just talked about, maybe you've not understood anything I've talked about here, you can always ask your questions in the comments, and I'll be very, very happy to reply. I'm called Gerald Massa, and I'm a global fertility coach. I do create awareness about fertility. I do fertility coaching sessions. Have yourself a good day, and let me see you in the next video. God bless and bye-bye.